don't want, and you see that image, you're like, yeah,
exactly.
I don't want that.
Hey my babies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine Montreal and I'm your hostess with the mostest. And let's just get into this video. Okay,
why men great till they gotta be great? Woo.
Today we're talking about Red Table Talks, and their guest on this Red Table was Ciara. So if you don't know what the With that being said, they had Ciara sit down, and I wanted to definitely do a video on Ciara in particular because she was in a previous relationship with the rap artist Future. And I'm going to talk about that first, and then I'll talk about her and Russell. And Russell is her now husband. But Ciara dated rapper Future. Like, I mean, this is my opinion about him. Like, Future is the type of man that he is the guy that, like, why? When a woman looks back in her history of like, oh, this was fun, Future's that one who's standing right there, and you're like, what was wrong with me? Like, where was my, like, confidence level to be with this kind of dude? And because God knows, if we had a Polaroid for every one of those men that was in our lives, we could very much go back and be like, why? But anyway, Ciara, like many women, you know, the only difference is she lived her life in the limelight because of her celebrity status. And so and Ciara just to me always seemed like the girl who was looking for love, and not looking for love, but just is a romantical, okay? That's not a word. But I always looked at Ciara like she was you know, she's like the girl who always want love. You know, you meet some women who could care less about it, but Ciara's that girl who is like, I love love. And so you can even tell in the relationship with Future, people criticize her for hanging out with his baby mothers, who she became number 4. Ciara became number 4 baby mama of Future, okay? And he had 3 previous. So Future was Future and Ciara ended. And once they ended, Ciara was a new mommy, a new single mommy, and her life had changed. Her life had changed. And I was listening to one of his interviews just after they break up and everything. He was just so careless about the way that he talked about her, the way that he cared about, like, this was somebody who loved you, which again, it showed, like, he had 3 baby mamas before Ciara. So yeah, so anyway, he was just trash for it all around. And so then Ciara, who, you know, goes through this breakup, this public breakup, then gets with a Russell Wilson. And so many women now are looking for, like, where's my Russell? Where's my Russell? I would love my Russell. And I get it. Like, Russell Wilson is an amazing man. But, you know, one of the things that I love that Ciara is explicitly talking about, and she talked about this on the Red Table, was her prayer. Like, she prayed for it. And I know in this day and age, so many women and so many people, you know, believe what they believe, but it all went back to God. Like, it really did. Like, at the end of it, you get in situations, and this is a message, okay? Pick it up, girl. I'm throwing it out there for you. I'm throwing it out there for you. God, like, at the beginning and at the end of it all, God will allow you to go ahead and do what you want to do. Find the little Futures of the world or what you thought. And then even when it all, you know, may blow up or go away or not be as delightful as you expected, God is still right there like, come back, baby. I got you. I got you, my baby. And the reason I could attest to, and I like talking about Ciara, is because that I'll be honest, it wasn't like I walked away without any children, thank you Lord, from any relationship outside of marriage for me. But in the same token, I think many of us women can look at Ciara and be like, that wasn't me. That wasn't me right there. It would have been me. Straight like that. You know, and Ciara, she walked away from that relationship, picked herself up, and now she was a new mommy. And then God blessed her with her soulmate, or, you know, this man who came in and made it all worthwhile. Like when you understand like Ciara and her genuineness and her sweetness, it's like this was worth it to get to you, you know. And Ciara and Russell Wilson as a relationship goes, but are you willing to go through some of the things? And I'm not saying everybody has to go through what she did. That's her path, okay? But I'm just saying, are you willing to really go through what it is and the looking crazy? Are people talking about, oh, she getting with this new man after she just had this baby? There's another public relationship. Like, this woman decided to still go through that, and look at her outcome. And still, the story is still writing itself, you know? I mean, and also, I just want to say, I'm so proud of Ciara. Like, she graduated Harvard, baby. She did Harvard. Okay, I have a crook in my neck, y'all. I'm sorry, but you know, the story is still writing itself. So you know, of course, marriages aren't perfect and things like that, but ultimately, you can even see on the social media stage that she's enjoying and embracing her life. And I love one thing she pointed out, and I'll insert the clip.
What was it about Russell that made you feel like this is the one?
Oh,
Because
it was
what
like-
you said before is so true. When you have a child,
Yeah.
you can't
experiment.
experiment and be bringing everybody home.
When Russ came into our lives, Future was 10 months old. It was different.
Yeah.
I never had that feeling in my
What was
life.
the feeling? What was it?
It was just like, it was calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
It was calm.
That is
That's
it,
real.
girl. It was calm. Now,
Yeah.
before, the calm might not have been the thing you were looking for. You was like, nah, I need some fire. I need some flame. When that feeling come out, we're going to turn away. And we're going to look for that other feeling.
But the thing is that
I like that she said he provided calm. And it's interesting because when I met my husband, we've been married 5 years, but even with my husband, I never forget, it's so, you're in this dating world and it's fun and it's, you know, it's invigorating and all this stuff. But then there are times where it's taking us like a little bit of toll on you. Like, oh my God, that hurt. Oh my God, I cared for him. He hurt me. Oh my God, she, you know, whoever. They took a bit of me. And then you meet somebody who's not trying to take nothing from you. They just want to be there. They just want to help you. They just want to love you. And I think Russell Wilson, as she said, was just calm. And interesting enough, I actually, even before Ciara, I always say with my husband, he's like an ocean. He's just calm. He's mellow. Like that really is my husband's temperament. But it's just, that's amazing that a whole nother woman just felt, you know, and I think everybody at the table, when they heard us say calm, it was like, yes, we get this, you know, because it's just something. And I like what Jada said. She said at that time, at the time, even when you were dating these silly boys, you know, F-boys, whatever you want to call it, you weren't looking for that. You were just embracing what life had given you and what you were going through, and you liked it and you loved it, and it was like, yes. And then after you realize you're growing up and you're like, okay, I don't want that. You know, like I know what I'm wanting.
Sometimes you don't actually know what you want, but
Sometimes
like you
you don't.
said,
Yeah.
you know what you don't want.
yes, you know what you don't want. And that, knowing what you don't want is really
That's
important.
half the battle.
That's more than half, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, for real, because
Right.
it creates clarity. You're like, I'm clear.
Yeah.
So then when you know what you don't want and you see that image, you're like, yeah,
Exactly.
I don't want that. Like, I'm so clear.
And I think that it's the beauty of this Ciara and Russell Wilson, or Russell Wilson and Ciara's story. And to not even, I haven't even spoken about little baby Future and what Russell Wilson did to impact, and what he's doing to impact his son's life. But it's amazing to even see the love that Russell and Ciara have for one another that is so invigorating and so strong and so beautiful that it makes other people be like, oh my God, I want this. And nobody's mad about saying that. Like, I actually think I want that, you know? And so I think one of the things I love about this Ciara and Russell Wilson love is that they are showing people what love looks like in action. And I think that's the beautiful thing. And that's the thing I walked away, even with her talking about this red table talk, because we could talk about Future all day, but he wasn't it. God ain't purpose for him. He came to play a part. And yes, he is Little Future's father. So if you watch Ciara, she's always respectful of him like that. But I even remember when all this stuff was going around and before they got married and how Future, the big Future, felt. It was like, this is my life and you will not take control of that because it didn't work out, or you want to be in control of how this works. This is my baby. I birthed him. At least that's what I would say to Future. And I think that Ciara has been such a lady, full of grace about it. And you know, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, here I go, but even with the, like, sometimes you need a Cardi B or a Nicki Minaj to be like, nigga. Okay, but I love that Ciara, no, honestly, hold fast to herself. And I believe the genuineness of Ciara, you could tell from even in her mate and who they are. So I have rambled and more, but this is like my advice to like women, like embrace the path. And I know it's hard to say it when you're on it, but I can attest, just like Ciara, like God will bless you. And if you don't believe in him, but in another source, like in karma, whatever that is, you know, be good to people. Like it will come full circle. You will get what you really want. And just like she said, until you taste it, you know, like. But yes, guys, so that is my little advice for today. And I've been wanting to do a video about love, and I'm so happy. The Red Table Talk had Jada Pinkett. Had Ciara on it. And you know what's so funny about their like comments? Like Willow be like, yeah,
in front of the world.
Yeah.
So that as a whole.
yes. Like Willow is me. Like she's like, yes, I'm hearing you, girl. But anyway, guys, so tell me what y'all thought about the Red Table Talk. I have placed the link below to the full video. But go ahead and, you know, love on somebody today. Love somebody. And just, you know what? Love yourself. Love yourself first. Enjoy yourself. And you have a beautiful, blessed day, my babies. But click that subscribe button on your way out. All right, babies. Yeah, have a blessed day. Mwah.